Alrighty, we should be live. Can you check and make sure the sound's good so I'm not double sound all over the stream?
Okay, sounds good. All right, hello everybody. Oh, okay, awesome. There's back poggers.
Alrighty. We should be good to go. Draft is up. We're just waiting for them to start. We're getting some readies.
Mm-hmm.
We are ready as well. They're asking us. That's nice of them.
Caster's ready indeed.
First band we are going to get is Mbessa. And
That's
then the
Udyr. Yep.
Udyr for Matt Azenfool instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that actually could. That's a dual ban because Toph plays Udyr top.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. And Zach's a strong band.
Zach, and then the A-Soul for, I believe it's Mommy Milkers is a heavy A-Soul player. And then
Makes sense.
Vex
Makes
and Shaco both for Tahala.
Oh, okay, yeah. And that's an Amumu first pick. Good. It's a very strong jungler. Also can go support.
That will most likely be Kel on the Amumu. Mumu Jungle most likely coming out from Kel.
Nice.
Malzahar is the mid pick for Noxus.
Okay.
See what they follow up with their second pick.
We're gonna go with a Nocturne jungle pick.
Already very pick comp heavy.
Yeah, definitely a heavy pick comp with a Mouse and a Nocturne. Those are two champs that just press R and can and can get onto the backline or onto a specific character and just try and delete them.
Where a Mumu can be used in both ways of team fight
Yeah,
and pick. So can Rel.
yeah, and an instant rel. I wouldn't say instant, but a pretty quick rel pickup that will go to the support. That'll go to Majestic. And we're going to look at Sivir. All right, so we're looking at a very teamfight heavy focused comp with Sivir Rel Mumu versus a pick comp. Sivir having a spell shield is very key
Toph is
against
actually
these characters.
very good at using his spell shield on Sivir. Like
That's
very,
good.
very good.
Awesome, yeah. Always good to have. Always good to get that Sivir spell shield timing down, and that's a Jinx. That's a Booze classic. Unless
Booze
Sivir
is
finds
not.
he's not EDC on this team.
No, he's been playing top lane.
Oh,
He'll
okay.
most
Yeah.
likely
No.
be Scritch on the Jinx.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to get to learn how these teams configure with their roles. Oh my, all right, and that's a Shyvana ban.
They're banning the Shyvana from Kel, even though I'm pretty sure Kel is on the Amumu.
Yeah, um,
There's a possibility he's not, but it's
for sure.
highly likely that he is.
Yeah, especially showing a Rel where Rel can't jungle anymore, so like there's no flex between that. There's no like double roll flex there, but um, a Kled ban. Kled's a good ban against Booze. That's a one of his that's a good carry pick for him.
Yes, he's played it I think twice now, and he's done really well in both games.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
Orn bans still for banning against Kel. The other
and
ooh,
yeah,
the
Shin bans him
Shin
as well.
the Shin
Shin's
is
good.
actually a dual ban for both uh
Support and top.
Booze no Booze and Juan.
Oh, okay.
Atomic Ghost also plays Shin, and his Shin is a
Oh, okay.
monster.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Juan's yeah. Atomic yeah. His Shen is a monster. With Janna, that is probably a Juan champion. I believe he plays with Janna. Um,
I also think the Nocturne could be either Booze or Katie. I don't think Juan really plays Nocturne jungle.
yeah. There's a lot of role flex, so it's gonna be interesting. It looks they're
Tahala is
covering.
taking his Lissandra mid.
Okay, yeah, Lismid definitely a solid pick. Um, for sure.
Could be throwing us for a loop, and that could be Asian Full on Lissandra because he also plays it. And
You're
that could
right. Yeah,
be Tahala.
and the Maokai. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Is that Asian Fool on a Mumu duties?
I mean it could be. I am surprised to see a Maokai picked in this comp. I suppose that's gonna be the top laner.
Yeah,
Um,
it's most likely going to be the top laner.
and Swain is the final pick.
Swain will be their top
So
laner.
Swain's gonna go top, and that's so we're gonna. It's gonna be interesting to see how they role configure this. For sure. I don't know that much. I know most of these players. I don't know the roles they're playing because this is very interesting. This is a very this there's a bunch of tanky boys versus no versus one drain tank and a bunch of non-tank characters. So we'll see how this plays. I mean, Swain in theory should be pretty good into this comp, but there's a lot of CC that can keep Swain from doing his thing.
Okay, I was just informed that we are a little quiet. Let me
Okay.
just turn you up a bit in Discord, and I just have to move closer to my mic.
All right, sounds good.
Alright, that should be a bit better.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, but this is very interesting picks by the side of Bilgewater especially. Just due to the fact of Matt's typically one of their carry players, and it
Yeah.
looks to be like he's stuck on a Mumu duties, which isn't really carry essential. He's more of a utility jungler.
Yeah. I mean, he does build some damage, but obviously he's not a full on damage carry. Um, really like the jungle options here between Amumu and Maokai are very utility focused, as you mentioned. So we'll have to see what how this plays out. This is gonna lean decently heavily on Lissandra and Sivir damage, uh, to go with the lockup of the rest of the carries. To go with the rest lockup of Arel, Amumu, and Maokai. I like that their team has one focus, which is to go forward. Um, and Noxus does have some disengagement tool, but um, it seems like they have a little bit of people who want to be pick, some people who want to be kind of team fight focused. So we'll kind of see how this plays out. Um,
Noxus does have a weird comp of pick
not
and team fight.
yeah.
Like they're half and half. Jinx can go either way, but the Malzahar
Malzahar usually
Nocturne can't really.
Mouse. Yeah, Mouse isn't bad in team fights, but he's not.
Good.
But yeah.
Where
Jinx is a typical like late game team fight monster, but Swain really only wants to drink, really can only team fight, and Janna's just, I mean, is good disengage in general.
which
Yeah,
Bilgewater is also weird comp when you think about it, because they're both engage and disengage at the exact same time.
yeah,
Because you got Maokai with a being disengaged god,
yeah, for sure.
and then you got a Rel, a Moo that can heal super well for their
Yeah,
damage, and their damage has spell shields and dashes
yeah.
away.
Hmm.
It's a very interesting comp on both sides.
Agreed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is Matt on the Amumu, and it is Hell playing Maokai top lane. Maokai top versus Swain. That's a Swain top. That's not a matchup I was expecting, but um,
We also got Buffalo Barrage in the chat saying Rel is so bad right now. I
yeah,
think
I'm not sure honestly about.
I think
I think
quite the
Rel is.
opposite. I don't think Rel is bad. I think is she's where she should be.
I think
She
Rel.
was very strong for a long time.
Yeah, I think Rel's strength shows up in organized play. Maybe not super great in a form in like games where where you're not really like able to super communicate exactly when to turn, exactly when to go in. But in this type of situation, in this type of game, in this type of format, I think Rel shines pretty well and is a good tanky support for sure. But definitely gonna see uh, how these teams go for the first game. Being that it's game one, there I believe this. I would assume this is a best of three. This is a this is an elimination match in the Chemtech bracket. So winner. So yeah, we'll see winner. Who advances on? I don't have the updated bracket, so unfortunately, I'm
This
not
is
able to
the
say that.
first game of the losers. I
Okay.
think it's called the losers bracket or whatever. The losers.
Yeah, yeah, of consolation.
Yes,
Okay.
losers
Gotcha,
bracket. So this
gotcha.
is the first game, and then the winner of this goes on to play Bandle City,
Okay.
and the loser is out.
So on the upper half of the bracket, Demacia and Vandal City won their matches.
No, Bandle City lost and Noxus
Oh.
lost. So Bandle
Oh.
City was first seed, so they're the next.
Gotcha.
Whoever wins this game gets to play Bandle City, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So the Voids moved up into winners final, which is that week 3 match,
Okay.
and then
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so
that's where
it's
we're
the
at so
so
far.
it's the Void who has advanced all the way through. And
Not
Demacia beat Noxus.
Yeah. So we got the winners final of
Okay.
Demacia versus the Void next week. I think it's gonna be
Gotcha.
Wednesday as of right now.
Okay. Yeah, so Bandle City is sitting in that lower G3.
Oop, game is starting.
No.
Let me switch
Okay.
over to
Oh,
Observer.
okay. Okay. Cool. Good stuff. Let's do a quick rune check. Things look pretty common. Um, yeah. Conqueror Swain, Arion Jana, yeah.
Grass Maokai.
Yep, Grasp on Maokai. You could go Aftershock Maokai if you wanted, but Grasp is good in the top lane pretty much always. Um, depending like on tanks, I should say. Definitely.
Assuming
Curious how
that's
they
the
seem
roles everybody's going. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like we're doing a. Looks like we're just gonna do a. We're gonna spread out 5 but one looks like Bilgewater wants to group. They do have a good invade with this team. You want to lead. You probably want to lead someone who can
They're looking
click
for
an
the
ability to stun.
invade angle against the 5 point.
And so the 5 point just
Five
is able
point
to move
looks like
around,
it's successful.
and looks like they're trying to counter invade and counter jungle the Amumu. So we might have a little bit of action going on here. Yeah.
Bilgewater looks like they were wise to the play and look like they're
Yeah.
going to retake their top jungle.
Well, Rel is engaging on the Jinx and Janna. Sivir's now here to help out. Little good bit of chunk onto the Jinx, but also traded onto the support. Okay.
Zoom out. What the heck? There we
Yeah.
go.
Right.
Zoom out a bit so we can see a little bit more.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a good. Okay. I have to step out really quickly and go take pills that I have to take every 12 hours right now. So I will
Alrighty.
be back.
Rel's looking for the engage again. She fails at it, but it was pretty close. I think she was hoping to get level 2 there. But the timer was not there yet. Nocturne is looking like he's taking a lot of time out to go check that blue buff, make sure it was still there, but he had a ward on it, so she knew. Not sure what he was really doing there. Holler going in, getting some damage on the Malzahar. Pretty good trades out of him. Toph and Nee look like they are trading pretty well. But Toph is running out of mana pretty early. Rel's going in for another engage. Gets it. Does not get the Q on both of them. Only on Katie. Everybody's just playing safe right now. Let me turn it up a little bit, maybe. Hopefully that's a little bit better for y'all. No all chat is allowed anymore.
Okay, I have returned. Oh, there's a gank.
Azalea is gone. He had to go take a.
I just got back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Awesome,
Someone.
I got
Some.
back just in time for first blood.
Yeah. Yeah. First blood just happened. I kind of missed it because I was looking at chat.
Oh yeah, Amumu went up top, ganked the Swain, and Amumu collected the kill. It looks like. Um, So a slight early gold lead for Bilgewater.
Oh, already a 1K gold lead.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, a lot of that is first blood and assist gold, but also a good farm advantage for Kel.
Yeah, it's a massive
Otherwise,
farm
everything
advantage right
else.
now for Cal.
Yeah, most of the gold lead is Kel here, and a little bit of it is in the jungle. But otherwise, every other lane's very even. Malzahar living on that low mana life for right now. Level 6 is coming in for the two solo laners of Bilgewater, not quite. And Swain should be hitting level 6 a little later than the others, but Nocturne looking just for a pure, just regular gank of Maokai.
I
Probably
th
not able to actually dive.
I
Yeah,
th
so just gonna get the ult.
think it definitely would have been a kill if Swain hit that E onto the Maokai there, but he did miss barely.
Ah, okay. Yeah, the never move, not quite. Gonna land. Looks like they're gonna bend. Looks like they're gonna send Janna down for the void grubs. Amumu is here. Amumu going in by himself gonna flash away.
Think he was looking to smite one, but
And
Juan
got
was
accounted
wise to his
for.
tricks. Oh,
Yeah, okay, he does smite one. He's gonna pay for it
he
with his
does not
life.
smite one. He does not smite one.
He didn't smite it. Oh, that smite was Nocturne.
Yeah, the smite was Nocturne. Nocturne got all 3 grubs
Oh,
there.
okay. All three grubs in a kill. That's a equalizing gold swing. Jinx is Jinx almost dies there. Gonna live on a sliver
If they're able to
of
push this wave in, they
Ignite.
might be able to get it, but I don't think they will
Yeah.
be able to.
We're gonna definitely see some oh, they're not pushing the wave very fast to get some plates here. I think they probably could have gotten a plate, but now they might want a back instead. But looks like we're still gonna opt to take a plate.
Nora's looking out for her ADC by kind of posturing on the other side of the tower. They'll get 2 plates and
Yeah,
most likely back.
yeah, 2 plates and back is a good plan. Dragon being up looks like maybe teams are gonna. It looks like we're gonna start getting some deep vision to look for potential Drake uh, posturing.
Sandra looks like she's roaming a bit for another ward.
Yeah, gonna try and keep good track of Nocturne. They should have a good idea that Nocturne's on the bot. That Nocturne is top of the map right now. Maokai's gonna get some grass procs on the Swain. But this Nocturne has level 6 and Maokai's up here kind of by himself. Got rooted. There's the immediate Nocturne ultimate. And I think this is going to be Maokai going down here. Kill goes over to Swain. Yeah, once that Never Move hits, that's a great time to use the Paranoia. And results in a kill for Noxus. About a 200 gold lead overall, but so it's very even now. Ooh, Amumu just missing that Q would have resulted probably in deaths of both players there. We're just going to see a Drake start.
Oh, ooh, Jinx is playing a risky game there.
Yeah, especially with especially with Janna not having ultimate yet to be able to deflect in Amumu post Q. But it's going to be a clean dragon take here. And Sivir will push back the wave.
Even though Swain does have 2 kills, he does look to be struggling in lane solo against the Maokai still.
Yeah, for sure. He doesn't quite have a ton of tankiness, but also um, Looked like Booze didn't want to quite tank up the whole wave and just kind of leave it in a pretty awkward position for Kel. Alright, they sent everything. Looks like the bot lane of Noxus does. I thought they would want it back if Jinx was going to ult there. But instead opting to probably try to push one more wave for some plates. But that should allow Sivir to just stay and get some more farm. Rel moving up, looking for the second set of Void Grubs here in about 20 seconds. So this time it is Bilgewater who sent their support up to help the jungler to take the Void Grubs. Meanwhile, Maokai's in a pretty is kind of cut off from getting down, but shouldn't really matter too much. Maokai's ultimate can still be effective from lane. But now we have a 4v4 for the set of grubs. Nocturne does have Paranoia. Every ultimate is up and available for the top side of the map. So here we go. Gonna go in for the fight. Dahala should just do a self-ult. I think Dahala should do a self-ult here at some point. Maybe no. Doesn't quite need it. Does get ulted by them there, but the Swain kind of turning this fight around. Sivir is here. Gonna run down
Sivir's here.
Malzahar. Should just be able to ult and get the Malz. Yup.
And they might be able to turn on to the Swain. I'm not sure if they will be. No, they're just gonna play it safe.
Yeah, and so but Jinx here is gonna be able to get a ton of gold on her own and take a farm lead in the process. Not a gold lead with the kill coming in, but it's actually pretty close.
But this Swain is already massive. All 5 kills are on him.
Yes. Yeah, the fight looked pretty bad to start. I guess I missed the Lissandra ultimate. I thought it'd be a pretty good self ultimate, but I guess opting to ult a different character. But so it looked pretty good. You had Amumu get a kill, and you had Rel pick up a kill in the initial skirmish. But Swain threw on ultimate and was able to kind of just tank what was coming and get all the kills. So Booze, right now it's on him to carry his team into the later parts of the game for Jinx.
Every lane is about 200 gold, 200 to 400 gold realistically between them, besides top lane, which is about a 1300 gold difference.
Yeah.
So that is good for Noxus, but not very good at the same time because all of the gold is on your Swain.
Yeah. The good news is that it looks like with this accrued lead, his bounty is not very high, so it'll take a little bit to. So it's not just gonna instantly give up like a 500 bounty with 5 kills. Does root the Maokai. Does not for the pullback. But just gonna push the wave in. Kel opting to keep the wave in the middle of the map is a bit odd when when it might be more advantageous for him with his Amumu on the top side of the map.
To let it push in.
To just kind of let the wave sit, push, and try and maybe keep it on your side of the lane for sure. That and try and make Swain struggle, or force him to push and be overextended. But instead it looks like Drake's up in about 10 seconds. It's going to be a Cloud Drake, which means our soul is going to be Cloud, Chemtech, or Ocean.
No, it cannot be Cloud.
Oh, sorry, it's going to be
Mountain.
Mountain. Yeah, Mountain, Ocean, or Chemtech.
Or Hextech.
Or Hextech, that is right. Yeah. We might have a pretty explosive fight here. Rel going in with the ultimate Magnus.
Swain TP coming in.
Swain TP coming in as well. Good Amumu ultimate on the back.
Nocturne coming in.
Damage. There's just no damage coming in. They all got Swain. They all got ulted by Swain and Nocturne, and it was just a massacre. And Noxus takes a 3 Noxus just springs out to a huge lead. Maokai did not have teleport to get into the fight, while Swain did, and they kind of got baited into taking the fight there. They didn't really have to. They could have. They could have just had maybe Rel. They could have maybe just had Rel kind of posturing to at least keep them away from it, force them to have to actually come into the fight themselves. But it turned south pretty fast. Maokai will take tower off of this. But it looks like Swain's gonna look for the rundown to try and take the kill onto this Maokai, which will be pretty difficult without his ultimate. So just gonna do a little bit of damage.
Yeah, huge issue there for Bilgewater. Jinx just got the free hit with rockets and do a
Yeah,
bunch of AoE damage, and Swain came in with ult, and it was kind of over for him.
yeah, and this helps out. Actually, helps Booz a lot that the Jinx is now also a bit is actually a bit like more strong now. So now it's not all gonna be Swain damage that needs to come in. And looks like we should have the Yuntal Wild Arrows finished pretty soon.
She already has
This
it done.
way. Oh, that is the Yuntal finished. Okay, I don't. I just don't know the. I just don't know the icons super well. Yeah.
Looks like he's building Yuntals into. Is that Phantom Dancer? I think that's
That looks
Phantom
like
Dancer.
that looks like a Phantom Dancer components.
It's either Phantom
Um.
Dancer or Rapid Fire. I think they have the same build path now.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a little weird.
Yeah. Well, Malzahar with his Leandres is gonna be able to do some good work on this Lysandra. Maokai getting put in a position where he's gonna be forced to flash away, so get stunned up, but I don't think they're gonna be able to run him down at all.
Blue is taking some towers.
Mid tower drops for
Instead of
but this
Noxus.
Sivir needs to ult out. Yeah, Rel flash is maybe a bit unnecessary on that ult. Malzahar is here to cut them off. I do not
Malzahar.
believe Sivir makes this out alive.
Nope.
Kill will go over to the Malzahar. Spreads, so kills getting spread, the gold getting spread around is very useful. And looks like we're gonna have mid tower going down the other way. Teleport coming in from the Maokai at about half HP from the top lane. Really good Jinx traps there, really good. Forcing Maokai in towards the tower, but opted to not do that. That might be his demise. Super Mega Death Rocket comes in, a Mumu ultimate comes in, but not much follow-up. Great there from Tahala, great ultimate, but this team is very strong. The Janna ultimate pretty much canceling most of the damage in that fight. Swain at full health, he is just drain tanking on everybody, and this looks very good for Noxus so far, with about a 5k gold lead.
Yeah, it's also kind of a big issue when your Amumu's doing most of your damage currently.
Yeah, when the Super got caught out, I made that little bit of gave a big window of time for them to take the mid tower and to force and eventually take tier 2 as well. For sure.
Also, it does look like they are building anti-heal, but Amumu is built in Oblivion Orb, so is Amumu going AP?
Well, Oblivion Orb is. I mean, I don't know if he's just going Oblivion Orb. It looks like we're getting a Hollow Radiance. Not necessarily building towards AP. We might see it, but I think in general it'd be pretty ill-advised. I'm surprised that Amumu's the one. I'm surprised that Amumu opted with an Oblivion Orb for his
Anti-heal item, yeah.
anti-heal item. I generally would go Thornmail, just a Bramble Vest on Amumu.
I think it's so we can initiate the anti-heal,
Yeah, that makes sense.
because he will be doing wide AoE ults and will stack on everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a viable option. I just
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also don't think he is going Hollowed Radiance. I think the he's going Merc Treads, I believe.
Oh, Merc Tread, yeah, so he can still go Sunfire instead. You're right. Yeah, there's no full item commitment there.
Yeah, there
You're
goes
right.
the
There's
Merc
the Mercs.
Treads.
There's the Mercs. It is an Ocean Soul this game, and it looks like it's like Noxus is right on it
And that
to take it.
anti-heal is going to be massive this game. This is game
Yeah.
one, Chase.
Yeah, so we're in game. Yeah, this is just game one. Malzahar already has a fully stacked tier, and which oh gosh, I don't remember really ever going for Ceres on Malzahar. He does struggle with mana quite a bit, but the post 20 minutes, just the ability to get global blue and red is for your team. It will help solve a lot of mana issues on Mal's.
I am the op, Sarah.
Yeah, Merrick is opping the match.
Oh, I forget I can't alt tab. Oh, my bad.
Oh, Malza Nocturne Ultimate right on to the Sivir, but Sivir doesn't have Sivir used Spell Shield already, so
The spell
gonna.
shield did stop the fear.
You're right, it did stop the fear. Yeah. Okay, Sivir gets away with her life, and that's Nocturnal gone. Um, it's still possible for them to bait Baron, but without Swain, they can't really. I think Swain's got to be necessary to take it because Swain can drain. Because Swain can either draw the pressure of more than one player, or is there and can just be huge in the team fight. Yeah. Swain already has a full Fimbulwinter. It's a very interesting item choice, but creates a lot of health and tankiness and mana. So um, I'm not too familiar with Swain builds. I know that you go. I know the Rylai's first is always pretty much the correct choice.
I'm
Anyone
not
with them,
really sure what the top Swain build is.
yeah, I'm more used to like bot lane type of Swains, bot lane support type builds, but Um, yeah, I mean, Fimbulwinter, not a bad item at all for a character that cares a decent chunk about mana.
He's also doing enough damage where he doesn't
For
really need it.
for sure. Looks like we're gonna be heading towards Zanya's next on Swain. That's always a good item. Same with Lissandra. Lissandra's gonna go Zanya's as well. Already has Seeker's Armed Guard, which means that Lissandra does have a stasis. Swain or they're doing a great job with these choke points, with just making it a pain for Bilgewater to step up into the team and step up towards the objectives. And because the threat of Baron is up, you can't uh, Bilgewater can't just try and commit to taking like bot side tower because they'll just lose the big objective because they've already taken both mid and top tower, so they really just want to try and keep these lanes pushed and keep Noxus occupied, I suppose would be the correct word, but kind of just stalemating right now. Both sides gonna go back to lanes to be farming. I'm a bit surprised that Scritch isn't in mid lane farming, but instead is in the top. But instead is in top lane against the Maokai. But it is good to have the Maokai there on top side with Baron up as the next objective. But Drake is in 45 seconds, so looks like we're getting some resets for that. But Kel does not have teleport again here, while
Let me
both
go off my screen so I can change this.
both Malzahar and Swain have teleport. So
I
either
hate
one
this.
can join the fight in top lane or in bot side if they are called down. when they were called down for the inevitable dragon fight. I'm not sure that Bilgewater needs to fight this Drake. I wonder if Bilgewater could do something like just try and go mid lane and try and force a tower take and try to open the map up a little bit. Maybe they try and force bot side map instead. Get to tier 1. I don't think it's worth necessarily running into this because this could be Dragon and Baron if they don't get this. If they get wiped in the process of contesting. Topside goes down for Noxus. In the terms of items, I mean it's just since it's a pretty large gold lead, we can see like generally about a half to a 1 item lead between the two teams. Amumu just with a Balmy Cinder, not really completing a Balmy Cinder item. Man, I don't know if we're looking at Morello. We probably are, honestly, if we're having a Blasting Wand and a Ruby Crystal. I think those are components for that. They're just gonna start. Noxus is just gonna go ahead and start Drake. I would like to see this. I'd like to see Bilgewater just rush down mid lane, but it looks like they're gonna want to try and contest this as best as they can. Not gonna get anything out of it. Not gonna hard commit. So, but overall, they don't really take advantage and gain anything from that either.
This is a really hard game for Noxus to lose right now.
Yeah, I think because I think Noxus has done a great job this game of re-engaging. Like they're baiting for engages and then they're doing a little bit of disengage, just enough to let Nocturne and Swain pick when they want to kind of go in. Malzahar with great target selection has really kept this Lissandra at bay for most of it, for like pretty much all of the game here. But they're also just playing very safe and just accruing more and more gold, which with their current gold lead they're gonna be able to just kind of expand it and get more and once they hit their item spikes, the 3-item Jinx here, 3-item Jinx should be able to shred through most of this team as long as she doesn't get instantly Lissandra ulted. And even if she does, they don't have that much damage coming in otherwise to do much. So now we're just going to see a Baron start. Lissandra's not in the area. It does have teleport. Probably should TP in. Gonna TP in the long route. I'm not sure about this flank. It could work out, though.
This is a massive move.
Great Amumu, great play. That's going to be a bunch of people dying, but Jinx is still alive. Swain is still alive. Can they Nope. They're not alive. Swain is the only one alive. Triple kill for the Lissandra. Rel goes down. They just need to keep Swain from being able to keep on healing. His ultimate is gone now. Now you can go in with your Sivir and your Lissandra. Sivir's gonna heal, but not gonna heal enough. Is
Swain gonna take them all down?
Potentially, yes. He's so strong.
Nah, the Lissandra does take them out.
Lissandra E the teleport, allowing Lissandra to stay alive. They win the Baron fight. That flank did indeed pretty much work out with the great engage of the Amumu with the Rel.
It also does kind of help that when your Amumu is mostly AP, that he kind of nuked half their HP bar before anybody else got there.
Yeah, and also the Jinx got zoned away from the fight in general, which made it tougher because then eventually Lissandra just turns around and pops the Jinx. Now having Shadow Flame on top of everything.
Lissandra's 3 items.
Lissandra's caught up. Lissandra is completely caught up and has a gold lead now on the on her lane opponent.
By 2,000 gold.
Yeah, actually Lissandra has most gold in the game because of Ahala's farming.
No, no, she does not. The Jinx still has the most gold. Like
You're right. Yeah,
500.
Jinx. Yeah, Jinx has 250 gold. Yeah, and 5 kills. So yeah, most gold is Jinx, but Lissandra overtook Swain in gold. That's pretty interesting. I mean, farming gold is quite a lot. We're
And
gonna
a
need a
Moo should be about 1,000 gold away from his third item, so
yeah, and it looks like now we're
Bilgewater
gonna
is
get the
getting
items.
some scaling.
Oh man, Nocturne forced to use his ability, but I don't know if this is enough. Oh, huge ultimates coming in. Nocturne's gonna go down, but those. Oh wow, everyone goes down because Rel didn't use the Magnet Storm. I'll say. So they got a little ambitious and instantly lose the next fight. Everyone goes down, but the Maokai who's in top lane,
And that should
and
be Baron.
that should just be Baron. Yeah, the risk of that type of fight, yes, they catch people. Yes, they catch out the Nocturne, but they didn't quite get the layering. They needed the Janna ultimate keeping I think the Janna ultimate may have kept things going away from uh with the Amumu ultimate to keep the Amumu after his ultimate to not really be able to do much for a little bit. But Maokai is gonna try and contest this, and is probably gonna pay with his life. Just gonna turn back, and he'll goes to Nocturne. So now Bilgewater might try to rush. Bilgewater's gonna try and rush this Drake down to stop Soul. Mumu was just able to go over. Lissandra can also go over herself. This should be a dragon take to stop the quick soul. So that's good. It should also indeed be converted there, but you do need to send one. You do need to try and keep them from just hard shoving down the mid lane. So it's good that Sivir's backing. For sure.
This could just be game here potentially very soon. If it's
Yeah,
a
I think you're
5v5.
right. I mean, Jinx. I mean, if Sivir is gonna stay here, Sivir could just get slowed by. Could probably just gotten slowed and run, and Jinx could just attack her at enough range where Sivir will not. Where Sivir will have to step up very close into a Jinx to auto. Her range is not a lot. Just gonna go ahead and collect all of the jungle on their way out. Just gonna starve. I mean, Bilgewater is just gonna be starving for resources here. Nocturne and Swain on the bot side of the map. Rel, go for it. Jinx. They're committing all their resources onto the Jinx and don't have enough follow up. There's no Sivir. There's no damage. No Sivir or Lissandra. My apologies. I meant to say no Sivir, no Lissandra, no damage. They're all on the bot side of the map. Instantly, Nocturne goes in.
On to Toph. Does Toph?
And
Toph
Toph is
does
going to
go
go down.
down.
Lissandra subsequently will probably also go down. Ultimate already used. Double kill for the Nocturne. With Baron still up, this looks like a potential end angle. But they don't really have all of the damage to take down the turrets. They might want to reconvene in mid lane. But certainly Maokai and Rel should not be able to take down both of these together. Jinx is going to run over, and that should, in theory, amount to 2 kills. But looks like Jinx is just going to focus the Nexus towers.
Yeah, they're just going for the win
Jinx,
here.
As Jinx should. He is the tower-taking machine. Amumu's ultimate comes in, does not really hit anybody. Janna ulting as well, and that is going to be the...
And then Jinx just deletes the Nexus in 2 seconds. If that.
Yes. Oh, for sure. It's probably... Yeah, just in so little autos with the get excited passive being all stacked up at that point. Huge game 1 win for Noxus. They are now 1 game away from moving on.
Yeah, that's a massive issue when your Mumu is doing almost as much damage as both your carries, while probably being the most tanked as well. That's not what you're looking for on the
Um,
side of Bilgewater.
Probably. Yeah, Amumu took about 6,000 more damage than the Maokai. But also Maokai wasn't at some of the fights. I
And
think
then
there was a little bit of disconnect.
Swain doing it all.
There
Damn
was
it.
a Yeah, for sure, you're right. Did a lot.
Nocturne actually had the most damaged tank. That's interesting.
That would I guess that would make some sense, but it's probably not by much.
Okay, let's hope we
Yeah,
get.
yeah. Oh no, he had it by a lot of damage taken. Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Nocturne had the most damage taken in game, but um, notably, I think there was a little bit of disconnect with what Maokai should be doing. Maokai was like split pushing in lane, um, when I think it would have been more because like Maokai is so valuable in team fights to just lock up players. But there was a couple of key fights where Maokai was sent top lane to go split pushing, and it just didn't quite. The rest of the team ended up dying in the process of trying to take a 4v4 fight or even a 4v5 fight. Generally, it was a 4v4, but having Maokai's displacement and ultimate is would have been useful in some of the fights. So I would want to see Bilgewater if we want to go with this type of comp. And you're gonna pick the Amumu. I'm very surprised they didn't have like Matt pick some top if I because I assume that Asian Fool can pick some top laner to play. And when we saw them, I mean, we saw Booze play a swing top this game, so like I'm pretty sure that like something that like there's some pick that could be very useful. Um, but now picking red side, so we're gonna have a side swap. Looks like red side has been uh pretty
Favored
helpful,
by both
pretty
teams.
favored in this match. Has that been a trend
For both
for this
teams,
season?
yes. For both of these two teams, yes. They
Okay, they
both
like their
heavily favor red side.
they like their counter pick because I've always been more. I mean, it just all depends on how your team wants to pick, but I guess if this team doesn't have anything that's super priority to pick, then you probably then it's probably best to just try and take a counter pick at the end, which makes sense. Um, yeah, it definitely makes sense for a team that has a strong top laner to want counter pick. But you can also use it for your mid laner as well on the side of Bilgewater for Tahala. I don't know if that's how they've been typically using it, but that would make the most sense to me. Okay. All right. All right. A quick transition into game two. Love to see that. For anyone who is just joining us for our broadcast, this is an elimination match going on between Noxus and Bilgewater. Noxus being on blue side this game. They were on red side last game and took a pretty commanding win, um, both in kills and in objective control. So we'll have to see how game two plays out, and we're gonna be in draft soon. But yeah, Merrick, what would you want to see different for Bilgewater's draft in terms of either priority or champion picks?
Um, I want to see the same thing I've been saying to them all season of Alex going or Tahala going back to the ADC role. Kel going mid, and then Toph going top lane.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kel on, because he usually plays Swain mid, is one of the best things he ever does. Him in a Mumu jungle and like Swain mid are his like
Yeah,
two highest win rate booze bash champs, I'm pretty sure.
for sure. All right, and Bessa Zac Nocturne ban, so they switched bans for Nocturne. Vex, Udyr, Shaco, no changes for Noxus in the first half of the bans. Malzahar is the first pick. That's a very safe blind pick, but it can, but with an early mid pick, I'm curious how they're gonna comprise this draft. Because this should give Tahala the ability to pick his could give Tahala the ability to pick an earlier mid. I assume we're probably just gonna favor picking your bot side of the map. Jana and Leona.
What?
Is that a okay? Leo Syndra. Okay.
Syndra is for the Janna.
Okay, so Syndra.
The
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Leona is the pick, but it's a Syndra instead of a Jana.
Uh,
This website has done that before.
this website's a little glitchy sometimes, and they're picking Syndra.
Syndra is Jana. Okay.
So just swap the Syndra and Janna for the teams.
Yeah, for sure. And we're gonna have Zaya. Interesting. Okay. Zaya's gonna go bot side, so it's gonna be Syndra and so it's Syndra Leona and Syndra can go. Syndra can potentially even go mid lane. Could be a mid lane pick for Asian Fool as well. But I assume we're just gonna want to give him with a Syndra. We're gonna want to give him a strong jungler. But we don't. But they don't actually opt to pick the jungler here. They just go for a top laner. In the
Of
Ornn
Ornn.
going up to Kel. They're gonna ban the Swain. Uh, Swain ban's a bit interesting because they're I guess that's not a Syndra on their team. It's a Janna. But I'm not sure you would want to go double AP. I guess you could go double AP lanes with an AD jungle. That's acceptable. Um,
So we're already confusing ourselves because they don't have a Janna on their team. They have a Syndra on their team.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I looked at it. I said, "Oh wait, that's way too much AP." But no, that's not actually too much AP. All right. There is no ban there, so we'll see what they actually banned. This website has been known to do stuff like this. It's a Shiv ban. They're gonna stick with their Shyvana ban, and they're gonna be a Swain ban and a Shen ban. Hopefully, this website allows them to actually ban correctly.
Nope.
Oh, Juan is hard trolling, is what Booz is saying. Okay.
No, it's the draft. Draft is kind of broken.
And it's a Sejuani ban. Wow.
Yeah, because you
I'm
can see the at the top bit of
yeah,
Sejuani ban is kind of like glitchy.
yeah. Sejuani ban, and I'm not even in the match. Um,
What do you mean
but
you're not in the match?
I played a lot of Sedge
Oh,
in one of my boost bashes. I was a Zac Sedge player when I played on Targon. But anyways, regardless of that, let's see what the next pick is. We're gonna end up with the Sivir. Okay, so we're gonna run back. We're gonna run back Toph Sivir. Has that been a favored? Has that been a kind of a highly
recently,
picked AD
yes.
for this team? Okay,
Recently, yes.
gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Interesting to go with the Sivir. I mean, if
I'm
comfort is comfort, though.
I'm assuming the Syndra is Matt and mid, and we're most likely gonna see a Viego come out of the side of
I could see
Bilgewater.
that. That would be pretty interesting. That
That
would
is
be
my
actually a really good.
prediction.
That would be a really good way to round this out.
Fiora?
Okay, if you're top, Fiora into Ornn. That's I mean that this Ornn's just gonna get pushed in all lane, but that's absolutely fine. Ornn doesn't. Ornn has some sneaky lane damage. And Echo, okay. Echo jungle. That's a booze. That's a booze pick. So this is probably a Juan
Okay,
Fiora and a booze Echo.
issue.
Yeah,
They have no tank.
true. They have no tank, but they didn't really have one last game either. But I guess the team. I guess they had the swing to drain tank.
Yeah, he's a drain
So we'll
tank.
see. And you're right. You were absolutely correct. This is a Viego. So
Viego
Syndra.
jungle, Alex in the jungle.
All right. So we have Tahala going with the Viego jungle. That could be pretty scary. If it gets rolling, it's. I'm assuming that we're gonna. I'm assuming that with this pick, that this was called for because because he's comfortable and probably quite good on Viego.
Yeah, the Asian Fool needs to move up, and then we can start game two.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm not sure why you could guys see my Discord notifications when I have them all turned off.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I have everything checked off. I hate Discord notifications, and they still pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have client sound turned off. Can we also have a moderator start the prediction again? It does look to be a Boozosaurus Echo.
Yeah. I um I remember learning that Booze likes playing Echo um when we teamed together. So I was kind of like, oh, I'm like interested to see this. I know he's pretty proficient on the champion. Don't know how practice he is at the moment, but well, I guess we'll find out. But I like the damage spread from Bilgewater a lot more. There's a lot there's like there's just more damage threat for sure. And obviously no Nocturne means that Sivir can do her best to play safely, and with her movement speed can kind of play around like Fiora and maybe can't stick away from an Echo E popping onto her, but can definitely help her with other things. Um, all right, and the final pick here will be the Syndra. Yeah, I really like this Zaya pick. With especially with something like Leona on the team, where if Leona, where if Jinx gets a Leona on her, she doesn't have an easy time getting away without running cleanse. But Zaya has her ultimate, um, to
kind of feather up and reposition herself away from the Leona. But on the same end, the Syndra, if this Syndra starts getting a lot of good stuns and just dishing out damage, it can get quite scary. So
Bilgewater won, or no, Noxus won game one.
Noxus won game one. Yep.
You can see the one tick. I put a one
And
tick.
this Malzahar is not going to have a fun time in lane, by the way. This is a pretty bad matchup because Syndra just outranges him completely with her abilities. So we'll see if Asian Fool is able to apply that mid lane pressure and keep Malzahar from being able to do much in the early game, which if it does a good job delaying Malzahar, even just pressing R won't just be like sufficient enough for Malzahar to be that useful. Because even when that happens, the rest of the team should just be able to delete Malzahar. But we're gonna have spectator delay coming in, so about 2.5 minutes until we're into game 2.
Here, I will go back to side select now. There you go. Noxus is blue side, and Bilgewater is red side. And prediction is up. Go back to observer while we're waiting.
All right.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Fix borders here, and we'll get started.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Absolutely. There's definitely a few picks here I wasn't expecting. Coming in with the Viego and Fiora picks. So I'm curious to see how they play out. Looks like just 2 5 points. No one's gonna try and invade. Neither side really has a good level. Neither side really has great level ones. I wonder what side of the map these teams are gonna start on. Either way, it looks like Viego's going leashless.
Looks like we're gonna get some poke here on the top side.
Yeah, Fiora should win this pretty hard, honestly, at this point. In fact, I don't know. Kel able to get a little bit of trades back, but no grass proc, unfortunately.
He did get the grass proc
Oh, he did
very,
get a grass
very
proc.
early.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Viego gonna smite the first camp. So he'll be a little bit ahead to start, but that won't matter all that much. Okay, level 2 first for the Zaya and Janna. Oh, good trades from the Ornn. But a couple of poke points there from Fiora, who still has a potion up. Kel doing a good job of getting to chug the biscuit, especially with the potential of Fiora keep trying to poke, even from that distance from tower. Oh,
Looks
Syndra
like
might be forced to flash. Nope, gets out of the stun.
just walks away.
Yeah. Oh, Janna Q misses. Leona stun hits, but Sivir's very, very, very low.
Scorch
Oh, this is
flashed
gonna
under tower, and will most likely.
wanting to kill on Sivir. Gonna get out. Forced to burns barrier.
She does not
himself.
fall, but Janna is taking a lot of
Malzahar's
damage.
kind of roaming. Malzahar's roaming down here. Leona should just be able to walk out alive though. Can Zaya get a stun? No, Zaya cannot. No, they're not bothered going for any combo. But this allows Syndra to just kind of play with the wave. Viego ganking Fiora. Nothing happens. Fiora just queues away. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a potential 2v2 skirmish here in the top lane. Rather top side of map. But Viego should come out with the crab here. And from here probably wants to roam down and try and take that bot side crab as well. Get a little advantage over the Viego or over the Echo to start the game.
Viego does look like he's looking for a potential dive bot lane.
Yep. There it is. I do think that Zaya just goes down here. First blood to Leona. Zaya or Viego tanking the second or third tower shot.
I believe that does save Leona's life there, actually.
It did indeed. Ornn gonna get out. Just gonna eat away. Fiora is gonna crash a big wave here, but Ornn should just be able to soak all this XP up and get some last hits out of this. Fiora is gonna look for the demo proc there. Oh, Fiora is gonna take some damage for her demolish proc. Not gonna take fatal damage though. With the Janna roaming up, we're gonna see first set of grubs probably go down. Echo just gonna get Echo was maybe looking to see what was going on, but not gonna end up warding or anything. But there's a deep pink, a decently deep pink from the Janna. Gonna be able to spot Viego coming out into the jungle here. No reason to really contest the grubs here.
Does anyone know what Viego is building?
Yeah, I think doesn't Viego build Kraken?
Is that Kraken's build now?
I have no clue. I'm not gonna lie. I've been building top laners for the past months. But if I had to guess, I think that is Kraken, but I'm not sure.
So he's electing to go Kraken instead of Triforce or Bork.
I don't know. That could also be Bork.
It's not Bork. I know Bork's build path. I just don't know what that second component
Yeah.
builds into with the first with the bow.
With the Retrix? I'm gonna quickly look up items.
I Kraken would make sense. Ooh, Echo looking like he could potentially fall.
Yeah,
Does not look like it's
this
gonna
is-
happen.
Yeah, that's Kraken Slayer. Yep. Fiora's in a really awkward situation.
It does get out.
Well, Malzahar just goes ahead and throws throws an ultimate down, but it doesn't really do much. Everyone's in a really awkward position. Viego and Ornn and Sindra are just kind of. Fiora's gonna go in, gonna get the kill on Echo, but Viego is gonna get a kill as well. Echo almost goes down. Ornn goes down to the tower. Viego is also probably gonna go down here.
Viego looks like he could potentially be getting out. I think if they actually try to fight him here, he might 2v1.
Potentially. No, gets stunned up, and Echo gets the kill.
Yeah, the stun was the decider there.
Ooh, Sivir's in a bad spot. Do we have the pullback? We didn't get a pullback. We did get a trade kill, and Janna got the kill on the other side. Should be a double kill here for Janna, to be honest. Maybe not though. Leona has her tanky, has her solar eclipse.
Oh,
I believe.
Oh.
I believe her solar eclipse.
1,000 years fight.
1,000-year fight. It would have gone Janna's way if there was no tower, but tower was there. Fiora with about a 20, almost 30 CS advantage on this Ornn. It's very difficult for Ornn to lane to hard pushers like Fiora. But I don't. But Hela's pretty much surviving decently enough, and should be able to get a lot of XP here. And at some points, at this point, it's more or less. I mean, in about a minute, there's gonna be Unleashed teleports. If Ornn can just keep Fiora in top side, while the rest of the team, who is actually pretty ahead.
Ornn built the Ruby Crystal.
Yeah. But Sivir's so close to Sivir and Janna. Oh, but Viego goes in with the flash, and Zaya's gonna go down here. Kill goes to Leona again. Janna ultimate kind of saves Leona's life there. Because Viego had walked actually away from there, being Zaya. Looks like it's gonna be no contest from Echo. And alright. Mount Drake goes over to Bilgewater. Yeah. The start of this game not quite as explosive as the last one, but also the gold and kills are pretty even between the teams. We don't have an early 5-0 swing like we did in the last game. So hopefully this bodes for a more close second game. Oh, Viego was gonna go in there, but that's a ultimate from Kel. Just goes right, doesn't really hit anybody else after the pull. Viego is here.
Viego is able to get one.
Viego gets one, but Viego's gonna pay with his life.
And it goes to the Fiora, which is not what you want to see on Ornn's behalf.
Oh no, but also just for the whole game. All the kills are being funneled onto the top side. Scritch at this point on Zaya just needs to keep farm up, and definitely just wants to keep pressure up. Has done a great job in many of these Void Grub fights, just keeping the bot push going as long as no one's contesting. Oh, Fiora ults. Ornn is in danger of being solo killed, but gets away, gets under tower.
I think if Fiora hits the top one there and then goes back for the left one, she
Probably
would have
gets the
killed him.
kill. Yeah, probably is able to position better for the kill, yeah. Ornn is playing with a bit of fire here. Definitely could just back TP here, but Viego being close enough.
I don't think he is playing with fire. I don't think the Fiora has enough mana to really do anything.
Yeah, so Viego here should be fine, but doesn't opt to use doesn't opt to go for a stun there.
I don't think they
After applying the
realized
proc.
Fiora could not stop the stun if Viego hit her.
Yeah, I don't know if there was enough mana for riposte. But even if there wasn't, I think just the distance close would have been good there. And also to note, Malzahar is doing a really good job just keeping up in CS against Syndra. As Drake is going to be in 2 minutes, so both teams are starting to try and set up their first line of wards. Right. The one thing that I will say is this game definitely has a clock. Noxus is on a clock this game, in my opinion, with Ornn and with Syndra stacking. And Sivir in general has great scaling.
Ornn looks like he is most like. Ooh, the nice flash by.
The good flash over the wall. Fiora probably wisely doesn't opt to flash over the wall to follow.
I think if it was a closer, proc,
Closer vital point, yeah, for sure. But Ornn's gonna TP in with Fiora almost finishing the tower. This next wave should get top tower for Fiora. Shouldn't really have to worry about playing around Ornn. Rift Herald looks like it's gonna go down in the favor of Noxus.
Fiora should have a full item when she backs.
I agree. Yeah, Fiora. No, Fiora already bought her for it.
Oh yeah, she does have Hydra
Fiora has
already.
Yeah, she's Rav Hydra. Yeah.
Should at least have tier 2 boots or.
Yeah, for sure. No, definitely has tier 2 boots on back. Has about 800 gold in the bank, almost 900 now.
Who's just helping his top laner? What are they doing?
This is a good herald. Clear the tower. And then we drive to the second one. Yep, this is smart.
That is not a good herald. Why would you try to charge into an Ornn?
Yeah.
You
In
just
theory, it's good.
You wasted both charges.
Ornn got out of. Oh man, that Sunproc Ornn was dead. Fortunately, he's not dead, but they do get 2 towers here actually.
They are gonna get 2 towers, but they wasted.
2 towers traded for the Drake Hex Gates. It is a Hextech Soul.
They will get the charge off.
Oh, Leona was trying to stop it. It's just you're never gonna stop it that way. But Malzahar's kind of caught out now. This looks like a kill. Suppression came out, but Viego gets the kill. Okay. So we get 2 towers for a kill and a Drake. And Sivir stays and is able to keep CSing into in bot lane, just playing safe as you need to. They call Echo flashing, does dodge some. Ooh, good ult back, but it's not gonna matter now with the Viego stun. He does have his Heartbreaker. There it goes.
Nice.
Very
Good
well
job
done
by
the Valhalla. Yeah,
But it does look like Toph is gonna just fall here.
Barriers there. Yeah, definitely. Didn't kind of try to do-si-do around the tower. Opted to go backwards. I think it would have been cute to like flash towards the tower there.
I think if he actually did flash towards the tower, he wins that.
Yeah. But that's hard to think about in the moment, honestly. Like I can sit here from my chair not playing the game and say, "Oh, that would have been cute." But when you're in the moment, you're just like, "Oh, I gotta get away from this." So it makes a lot of sense to do that. That was a ballsy flash forward from Scritch though, because like if there's no, like if he misplays that at all, he just dies. But yeah, Viego has full Kraken Slayer and it looks like working towards, I'm gonna guess, a Sterix Gauge. Leona and Viego both coming back onto the map. Takes the red buff. Stops the Fiora from going over. Fiora does get over the wall. Has to flash. Viego flashes over the wall, but flashes into 4 members of the team. They were not anticipating the bot lane rotation.
Both bot lanes rotate.
Yeah, both bot lanes rotate to mid lane, and the Janna and Zaya waiting on the other side for the Viego who flashed over without a way out. A little bit ambitious, which will, but fortunately there's no objective really to go down. There are no spawning objectives, I'll say. But 3,000 gold lead. Most of the gold is just sitting on Fiora at this point. The only other gold lead is coming out of the bot lane from the Zaya, which is a good sign for, just a very good sign for Bilgewater, for Noxus. Zaya can play very safe against this team, it feels like, unless she gets like Viego stunned, which you can pretty easily anticipate with your ultimate.
Also, it only lasts half a second.
Exactly. Well, yeah. But like a Viego stun or a Syndra stun can definitely. It's
Syndra stun,
it's
yeah.
the chain. It's the chain, right? Yeah. Like, Viego's gonna walk right into an Echo, but he is stronger. But yeah, Leona's there. Oh, great replay. Oh, great job by Syndra. Syndra's gonna go down to the tower though. But is gonna execute. Leona's gonna go down to the tower as well.
The entire team is going to go down.
It's in a disaster here. Malzahar with no ultimate does not really
4
do
for
much
1
this game.
on the side of Bilgewater.
Yeah, it's a 4 for 1. They ran under the tower. The Syndra went for the stun and took 2 tower shots for it. Did stop the Malzahar ultimate, but just definitely not from the correct position. Definitely could have got the stun from another position on the map, I'm pretty sure. That was safer for Syndra.
There's a reason Mommy Milkers is the least killed player in Chemtech.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, you can just play super safe on champs like Malzahar. It's like the other team needs to really make like a super concerted effort to kill Malzahar. And they, like, we're not seeing like Nocturnes coming out from, like, we haven't seen Nocturne as any bit of a priority from Bilgewater's side, because they banned it. They banned it in this last game and they let it through in the prior. So yeah. Those champions become difficult for Malzahar to deal with as long as you can pop his spell shield.
To be fair, the Malzahar hasn't been playing too conservative this game.
No, you're
Last
right.
game he did, but this game he's been following the Echo around a couple times to get that ult off, like pretty deep into enemy jungle.
Yeah, very smart. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely really good at knowing the distance to play at. which results in aggressive safe aggressive, where like you're definitely playing to help your team, but you know, okay, they can't really kill me necessarily from here. Okay, we're gonna get a good chunk of damage onto the John. Does that kill? Nope.
That does not kill.
Not enough damage. Xayah turns it right back around, flashes out. Gonna posture against this Leona. No one's really here, but don't really. Ooh, Leona tried to turn with an E and now starts running at the Xayah. While Fiora here is gonna be a menace. Instead of really Kel keeping Fiora there, Fiora is keeping Kel in following her around the lanes.
I think this is another Noxus game to lose.
It definitely feels like it at this point. Where Viego's got to do a lot of work. Good knock up onto Fiora.
Fiora is just going to 2v1 them though.
Yeah,
if they
the
continue.
The grand challenge was put out, but there's no Viego there, so this should be a free smite. There really shouldn't be much of a contest. There is double teleports coming in the pit.
Triple teleports. Triple teleports.
Oh, we've got Malzahar going down. Fight is ensued. Fiora's on the backside, gonna be right on the orange. Sivir should just die here pretty quickly. Echo gets the kill. Leona follows, also going down. Viego in the mist cannot be found right away. Should just be able to run away. Syndra running to the other side of the map. Meanwhile, the other side should just still. Wow, Fiora. I think Fiora will not win this. So if Viego gets the kill, no jungle.
Actually, they kind of overstayed.
Janna getting the kill because Syndra ran away from the fight, but was not very injured. So it definitely worked out. So overall, I think it was just about an even fight.
I think it was favored for the side of Bilgewater. I think they traded the same amount of champ people.
Yeah, I'll say equal numbers, but not equal value.
Well, not now, but
no, Kel going down there was not very good. But nothing really is gonna come of it. We have next Drake in about a minute and a half. So, both sides will. The way that Dragon Focus has been, the high priority on Dragon in this match I think both sides will definitely just be focusing that very hard.
And the gold lead for Noxus is even on every lane besides top and ADC. So the gold is on the champs you want it to be on.
Yeah, definitely. And Fiora's lead is mainly the ADCS. Because it's like 1 extra kill, 2 extra assists, but it's mainly just that enormous gold, that enormous farm lead. Ornn has hit level 13, which means from now on, every level people will be getting ornaments, which should help with the scaling. Fiora dodging out on the Syndra E, on the Syndra stun. We're gonna try and go all in on the Fiora. Echo's here.
So is Syndra.
Great Syndra stun. Janna's already down. Echo teleports back in, but both Viego and Leona and Sivir shortly fall. Kel on the other side of the map, no teleport.
Syndra is doing a lot of damage though.
This was another moment where where Kel is not there at a fight, a very crucial fight. The rest of the team does not need to play that aggressively when your Ornn is topside without teleport.
Bilgewater is fighting though. They aren't going down without a fight.
Oh no, but I feel like they shouldn't be taking fights on in the manner that they're taking them.
Yes.
In my opinion. Just because your top laner's not there, you know Fiora's there. And so it's just very easy to get collapsed on and to die. And I know the Viego's strong, but you're also going into 3 or 4 other strong members of the team. They did melt the Janna, with the Syndra ult. The scaling might start coming through, but at this point, it's still not going to be enough to overcome the deficit that they're playing against. With the 5,000 gold lead.
I think you gotta have your Syndra go some type of anti-heal.
Yeah.
The Ornn's not gonna be able to
Syndra can just buy an orb and just sit on the orb.
Yeah.
In my opinion, yeah. There's no, like, unless you want Viego to go.
Toph could also go it.
Yeah, for sure. That might also be better. Mortal Reminder as an item is not actually terrible, by the way. Um, so I think that Sivir's blanket, Sivir's like ability to send blades through the entire team definitely could be a good cause to go Executioner's blade
But yeah, I
or
think this
Executioner
is like
Colin.
the third or fourth time that Fiora has
We're
just
trying.
out healed the damage and got the
Yeah,
entire
now
team killed.
they got Malzahar's ultimate. They got
They got the slow. Here's
let's see
Echo.
what they're using in advance.
Oh, the Echo's gonna.
Echo with a
Ooh.
full heal, but full heal ultimate. Gonna get stunned up by the Syndra though. Okay,
Oh,
Kel
they were
got
looking
deter-
for the
Kel got
scritch.
Kel got deterred by that. Wow, great Zaya ultimate. Perfect time. Yep. Now Scritch can just sit here, free hit on the team. Flashes into the Ornn. That's a little bit of a mistake. Vigo comes in and is able to clean up the kill on there. Gonna get a Zaya kill. He should ult out here. Viego's gonna ult in. Gets the thing and oh my gosh, but Fiora's ending the game. Oh my gosh, they got an inhibitor because Fiora wasn't there. Fiora's going on the
They
tower.
will back in time.
Kel is going to use his teleport on the tower. So Fiora
Which I
does all
think
of that.
does initially save the tower.
Yeah, with the back timings, they probably save the tower just by backing. But
Now does Alex know he might be dead here?
oh, he's absolutely dead. Where's the go-to? Goes to Echo. Yeah, a little overstay there by the Viego. Not necessarily a huge rush in this. With everyone spawning up for Bilgewater post-fight, they now have the inside track to go for Baron. There is only Dragon in 2.5 minutes, so there's not going to be high priority on that. And with honestly with Zaya and Malzahar burn Baron so quickly that they probably could just start it. Without the Viego, who is most of the damage on this team. And they have good enough turn where they could just start it and bait it if they want. But
I think they're actually scared of the Sivir now, even though she's a whole item behind currently. She is very strong still.
Sivir. I think maybe it's Syndra, because look at what Syndra just did to Zaya. Syndra actually doesn't kill Zaya though. But Kel is backing up is throwing his ultimates and backing up. Sivir gonna run the Janna down though.
Yeah, he actually ran both of them down.
Yeah, so that's two good kills for Sivir. Sivir will be getting ever so close to the IE now.
I think she
should almost have it. Has about 800 in the bank, so that's enough for the crit cloak.
800 in the
probably
bank.
Probably about 1,200 gold actually to get it. Stunned up, but the Echo stun comes through. Sivir's doing a lot of damage. If Sivir free fires, this is bad, but Fiora's not going to let that happen. Malzahar silences. This should be the end of Sivir for right. And Sivir gets sent.
What was Sivir doing there?
Bag. Not spacing very well, in my opinion, but probably felt like they might try to back away, but that's the exact moment that they stepped up.
Yeah,
what happened.
But you should still see your Viego is positioned back a bit, and you should be positioned behind him, not in front of him.
Always, yeah. Viego with 3 items now, having that Sundered Sky. On the other side, Fiora getting towards... Fiora will actually probably almost have his next item. Malzahar just goes down. Syndra completed death cap. Absolutely dunks on the Malzahar there. Syndra started to really crank up the damage. Actually one of the higher econ. It just has a lot of gold in his pocket right now. Got the stun onto Janna. That should just be a kill. Kill goes to Leona.
Which is actually kind of good, actually, I think.
Echo's gonna go over.
Echo steal! Oh my god!
You just needed to not let him get over. Or if he was coming over, you have to say it. Oh, he missed his ability. Zaya should just take Xayah should just take Viego down, and Ornn can't do anything into Xayah.
Fiora's in your base taking everything.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Launch is like, I'm not even gonna play in these fights because everyone's playing safe. Everyone's playing good enough that I can just split push this entire game. A full a full 100 CS up, which would be a Flame Horizon from the Fiora against Ornn.
That was
goes
like a
down.
2-minute fight, and Ornn finally died.
Yeah, a very extended fight, but they're getting good picks on champions like Malzahar and Janna.
Also, the
but, like,
Xayah is just they can't follow up on it.
yeah, Xayah's just playing at such a great range. Like, essentially, it's gonna be pretty reliant on Leona, like, just landing and engage with Scritch not having ultimate, or it's gonna be a Syndra stun that catches the Xayah out. Because Scritch is playing really, really well. For the most, like, I mean, there's 5 deaths, but I don't. But he did die essentially died 3 times in lane early, and has only died twice since.
Ooh,
I don't know if Leona. I do not know if Leona wanted that to hit. Actually, I know that there's members that are on the team that are close, but Fiora has very low cooldown Qs, dodge around things, and does a significant amount of damage now, and has a Sterix gauge that can proc.
Both
keep her alive even more.
Kel and Tahala are 2 levels down on their laners.
Yeah.
Asian Fool and Toph are both a level up on theirs, but I think the gold is still about even. Actually, Sivir's behind by like 2k, and then Syndra is actually up by 2k.
Yeah, XP. Yeah, XP-wise, Sivir has been grabbing more waves and more lanes, so there's the level advantage. But yeah, like you said, the Xayah is stronger in gold with the 8 kills. Okay, yeah. Right now, we're getting to the point now where Noxus is once again starting to control the jungle. They have a very comfortable lead, and they're just gonna try and play for it. And now they force a dragon fight here. They can now force Bilgewater to have to hard commit into a Drake. And they're gonna go for a dragon burn. They're gonna go for a Baron burn because once again Tahal is showing in bot lane. So Xayah and Malzahar do so much damage here. They're not gonna make it in time. They're gonna have to call a teleport from the Syndra. Syndra's in the back of the pit. I don't know if she's gonna be able to do much here. She does not get it. She gets knocked up. She instantly dies. Ornn ultimate also comes in. Xayah ultimate comes in, stuns up everybody. Echo goes into stasis. Echo's gonna go down here. Can Viego start doing Viego things with the Echo ability? The answer is likely no. Does not kill the Xayah. He does kill the Xayah, but he goes down, and from here, Sivir has to hold the base against Fiora.
Which Sivir can easily do. She just has to play it right.
Yeah, she just has to. But the problem is the minions, and Fiora has demo proc. This game is actually just pretty much over. Fiora can run down the Sivir and get the kill. Good flash away.
Oh, Sivir kills herself. Oh my god, the Fiora just killed herself.
Fiora flashed into the base. Janna here isn't going to be able to do much either. Sivir can just ult her down and get the kill. Does heal flash Malzahar, though. Malzahar can get the suppression, but it doesn't matter.
Does the whole team just int against Toph?
Yeah, the whole team just inted into Sivir. Sivir gets all 3 of the kills. And now just got a huge influx of gold with about 1,800. Actually, it does have Mortal Reminder. Great buy. Last item, maybe we see something like a Bloodthirster, but also maybe a GA. I don't know. We'll see what ends up being the 4th item, but there's not much gold. That was all the gold to buy that one item. So,
but she just bought IE right before she fought Fiora, and now she just bought a whole nother item.
She bought a whole Mortal Reminder. Yeah, that's very nice gold influx.
I mean, their base is in shambles. Fiora can backdoor at any second, but you can't be giving gold like that.
There is a teleport coming into mid lane, but does that matter? Ornn can just rotate over. Fiora's just gonna come in next and just now fight, I guess. Viego in. Oh, nice Wow, nice riposte.
This should
Very
be
nice
game.
riposte. This should, in theory, be game. Zaya and Fiora get stunned up, no follow up. Sindra is just doing it to save. Sindra is doing it to try and save up. Malzahar teleports into bot lane.
Oh no, Sivir is massive.
Sivir is massive, but Sivir is down. Fiora is bigger. Fiora gets the kill. Zaya dies to the Ornn, but Echo and Malzahar are just going to take the base here. Malzahar with the minions.
And this is game.
Ornn, there it is. Noxus moves on. 2-0.
That means Bilgewater is eliminated.
Yes.
Let's get the client up, show damage and everything first, and then I'll ask.
Zaya damage. A lot of damage.
Let's see here. So, Zaya 34,000.
Hello.
Hello.
Boozosaurus,
Tahara.
most damaged tank in the
My
game.
guy.
That's kind of insane.
It's
Alright, let's.
the ultimate.
Yeah, the Echo Ultimate's insane. Can we get the other captain in here, or I don't know if they're here. We're getting both captains.
Nah, they're too scared.
Probably.
Too scared. Too scared.
Yeah, too scared to join the call
Well,
after winning.
Well, oh, there we go. Mr. Juan, welcome.
Juan and Tahala are both here in the call. How do you guys feel?
Um, Feeling good. Obviously, we just won. Looking forward to playing Bandle City? Question mark or
Bandle City.
Market, right?
You play Bandle City.
Okay, then yeah, we'll beat them. We'll be back in final.
Oh,
This is the way.
that's some tough talk. So you're up against Hockey and
The other guy.
Jaboy and Gwen Shapiro and
Voyage.
Honestly, Glenn Shapiro, just say that name like 5 more
Delphi.
times.
And wait for it. That's the team of Bandle City.
Okay, that team's strong. What?
Uh,
I mean, teams. I mean, there are definitely a lot of strong teams this season. I didn't get to watch a whole ton of matches, but
Yeah,
it's
one thing you
good.
gotta understand is that the Chemtech ranks are very high this season.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're more accustomed.
So
They're more
overall,
accustomed to what I've been playing. Yeah, they're more used. They're more like towards what I was accustomed to when I was
yeah.
when I've played.
yeah, the ranks are a little bit higher. Also, a lot of our current players' ranks aren't what the rank they actually are. Like, I think I think was bronze at one point, but he's at least gold to plat easy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the ranks aren't justified. Like,
Sure.
you can't really show
But
what
just,
someone.
but just in general, just in
Yeah.
general, strong teams. Yeah, definitely.
So Tahala, how did you feel about your team's performance?
I think we did all right. We got a sickness on the team. We got me who's just fucking exhausted from work. I think we did all right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys started to play well towards the end there. It was a little too late, but you guys made some great plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's when I messed up Viego over the dragon wall and then decided to like flash E over. That was silly of me, but
Mm-hmm.
there were a couple plays that were spicy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was also a 4-man dive bot lane that completely
yeah.
failed.
That was a little.
Okay, if you're gonna talk about that, let's talk about Katie's Jana Expeke. That
Yeah,
was
I saw that. I
that
saw
was
that.
definitely
No,
something.
that was a moment. Yeah. No.
I will take full credit for that, by the way. He was under my order.
Yeah.
Just following orders, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
Juan,
was hilarious.
I do have a question for you, Juan.
What's up?
So, what was the point of inting under Fountain?
Oh, I think that was just not knowing the distance of. That was just like
So-
misflash.
That was calculated. so Katie could have her moment in the sun. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So
We love
true.
it.
He just wanted to put the spotlight on Katie.
I wasn't trying to BM or anything. I was trying to get that last kill, but I didn't think it would turn out that way. So I will take full
Yeah.
responsibility.
I mean, honestly, the kill was probably necessary to end the game in that exact moment, potentially. But yeah,
No, Juan just ends the
It just
game.
ended up turning bad because
Nah,
everyone
I-
else
well,
right in.
Juan 1,000,000,000% just ends the game.
He just
That's
ends the game there. He has
I don't know.
Q. He
Plays
can
Fiora,
suppress
he's
Q.
pathetic
I
mode.
guess.
Listen,
I
guys,
guess.
we can go back and forth on this all night. All right.
Sure.
But
Eating.
you just wanted to make it a little bit more, give us that little extra bit of hope.
Sure. The hope spot.
The
It's
little
always
bit of
crushed.
hope.
Yeah.
Another question. Does Booze have a big head after stealing that dragon with Echo?
Oh, that
I
was
wouldn't
a
know. I wasn't with the team at all.
He,
That was
he,
a-
he
You
didn't
were in
scream and
comms,
shout
you just
like
turned off comms, right?
I was
you just
muted
muted
until
your
you
entire
found me.
team.
sure.
No, that was a sick
became
play though.
he just embodied a top laner. Like
This
we
guy,
just
he's
we
just a
just
cool guy. Look at
we
him,
just
cool
we
and
just
collected.
run we just
Cool and
run to top
collected,
we just run to top
quiet
lane
and
until we
calm.
get all the towers, then we go bot lane until we get all the towers, and then maybe the game's over, maybe we win, maybe they win.
I will say though, James did play great.
He did, yeah,
So
absolutely.
if he has a big head, I'm all for it.
Also,
Mhm.
I do have a question on what Katie did just say in chat. Was there a little bit of targeting towards the end from its Asian fool on Cthulhu's Janna? Because every
Um,
time he would see Scritch, he would see Janna, he would see a lot of squishy
so
champs, and he would just always ult Katie.
Well,
here's what I think his thinking was. And I think he's correct on it. Um, if he ults Zaya, she just press R. If he ults Fiora, she just presses W. If he ults Echo, he just presses R. So the only person he can burst right away in a team fight is
It's
Janna.
actually Janna, yeah.
It makes sense.
Because he has to proc it on or Mouse. But Mouse can also just because
R
the ult
back,
will go
yeah.
through because ult will always the ult will go through regardless if the
The
suppression
first orb
happens.
is blocked.
Yeah.
It's also because you smell Katie, correct?
Ah, I
Thank
see.
you for announcing to the world your stinkiness.
But yeah, I mean, I had fun watching and commentating, so thank you for that. And well played to get for Noxus to get the win in Bilgewater. I mean, the Sivir got pretty big. The Sivir went from IE to a full mortal in like one fight in like one
And
sequence of events.
and then in the first game where we like came back a little bit, I
Yeah,
bought a full item after that
you
one fight
did.
where I got 3 shutdowns. Like a
Yeah.
full item. It was
Yep.
crazy, but it was not enough.
Hmm.
It's sad to see Bilgewater go out because I honestly I didn't want to see
I love
either
it
of
too.
these teams go out because they got great personalities and they're fun to always watch.
and we're the
Yeah.
best teams around, so
And
really, whoever wins now is just second best, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
True.
As long as someone beats Demacia, I'm
that shit ain't happening. Um, uh,
I pass the torch to you, Noxus. You are supposed to beat Demacia. Get your revenge.
you
Third
just
time
want
is
me
the
to
charm.
lose.
Exactly.
Okay, I see how it is.
If there is 1,000 Mericators, I'm one of them. If there
Oh my god.
is
We're
one
running it.
Merricator, I am him. If there are
We're
no
running the meme.
Merricators, it's because I am dead.
Okay.
And this is
Well,
why I love you, Alex.
I love everybody. Yeah, this is awesome for sure. And yeah, thank you
I
again.
think that's all the questions. Do you have any questions, Zelia, or
I honestly don't.
do any of the
I
captains want to say anything?
No, good
Shout out to
games.
Bilgewater, yeah. Thank you for casting too.
Kisses all around.
No
Hugs and
problem.
kisses.
All right, that will be the end of the stream. Everybody have a good night.
You
Yeah,
too, thank you.
have a good night.